Welcome to Water into Wine, a podcast with Father Charleston Wilson, rector at Church of the Redeemer in Sarasota, Florida. I'm Greer Ferguson, the communications director at the church. Father Charleston is a priest, husband, father of two, Anglophile, sock enthusiast, Motown fanatic, and proud native of Linden, Alabama. Oh, and a wine connoisseur. We're sitting down to chat with him about how to invite more grace into your life, how to develop a deeper relationship with God, and how to enjoy a great glass of wine. We're meeting at the intersection of music, faith, wine, and a good helping of modern cultural references. Put it all together, and we're telling the story of God's love and bringing it to life in a fresh way. Join us right here for casual conversations with your spiritual sommelier. Today, we are talking about rest, and we're opening a bottle of wine to start the conversation. What are we drinking today, Father Charleston?
Hey, Greer, always good to be with you. We are drinking a 2023 Pinot Noir from the US of A from a producer called Sandhi in Santa Rita Hills, California. And it's, drum roll, map time.
Oh, map time.
Get your yummy map time. And
Ding, 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 ding.
yeah, for you, that's like nap time. It's probably what you think it is. But
no.
map time. This is for country music lovers. I'll make it simple. Where is this in California? Not too far from the streets of Bakersfield,
There you go.
California, and Buck Owens and that Bakersfield sound. But that's where we are. And yeah, all right, that's what we're having.
Excellent.
And do you want to know how much it costs? We always try to say that, don't we?
Yes.
This is a retail of probably $32 to $36. And I know it's more expensive than some of the wines we've had, but it still is a great value, frankly, into the high-end Santa Barbara County Pinot Noir scene.
Okay, excellent. And why did you pick this wine for today's episode about rest?
Well, let me try this. See if you buy this for $1.
Buckle your seatbelt.
See if you buy this for $1 on this creativity. These winemakers are not going to get into a whole lot of detail about this, but this was immediately I thought of this with rest. Wine can be really tinkered with and manipulated in its production, its growth, production, aging, and so forth. These people believe you, to use the old Ronco Steamer commercial, set it and forget it. Do you remember that terrible QVC thing? But that's what they mean. Don't overly engineer and tinker with this. Let the soil, the climat, let it do the work so that you get a purer, cleaner fruit, not so much in your face, which is the case.
That scared me.
Hey, I saw you jump. And that's the case with so many American Pinot Noirs that just are leaping out. They're crowd pleasers because everybody kind of likes it, and you can be mindless about it and move on with your afternoon or have a porch pounder, as they say. But this is really what the wine tastes like. And so they are comfortable. I don't know if they're Christians, but they're comfortable letting God tend to it and resting.
Very good.
So that's why I chose it. They don't mess around too much with it. But should we taste it?
Yeah, let's taste it.
All right. It's got that garnet or that purple that tells you it's Pinot Noir when you look at it.
Yeah, it's a pretty color.
It is. And now we take a nice smell.
Ooh. Smells good.
Yeah. I actually believe you're going to like this one too.
It smells kind of like Christmas.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but
there's a little light oak. You could be getting some of the spice box from that.
Oh, very different. Father Charleston's making that noise, not me.
Thoughts. It was all Greer. On the nose, wild, young strawberries. Do you ever go to the fancy restaurants and they'll have those tiny little baby strawberries sometimes?
Yeah.
There's a little wild strawberry, certainly raspberries. This is very, very common of Pinot Noir. Orange zest. There's even, you might have been onto this, a little wintergreen in it.
I think that's definitely what I meant by Christmas.
Yeah, that could be.
Well, and the orange.
And it's this wine, frankly, he drinks fine right now. But if you have the patience to wait a couple of years, this wine will develop more. and you'll be rewarded if you can rest
Mm.
while you
There you
let this
go.
wine develop.
Plum?
It's definitely plum, definitely plum. Some I think would call this. I don't know if they would call this sort of crunchy, almost vivacious. Um,
What does crunchy mean?
it's sort of right now because it's young. It's a little bit like I'm pulling a rag tight. It's a little bit tight, and plus we
Now I
haven't
know even less what you meant.
we haven't had it open very long either, right?
Right,
So this,
yeah.
if I left this out or left this in the glass for 30 minutes, I think I would. I love it. I really do. Not pay again. I'm not paid to endorse any of this stuff, and can be honest. But I think a little time, some rest for this wine
Mm.
would benefit it. Now, food. This is easy. Cedar plank salmon, mushroom risotto, pork belly Peking duck, Gruyere cheese.
It's my
Uh,
favorite kind of cheese.
of course it is cheesy. Um,
I had to do it.
yeah, roast. Although I don't eat many vegetables as a rule of life, I think it'd be good with like beets and carrots and
In theory.
in theory. You
Yeah.
could even this wine has enough acidity. Pro tip, this has enough acidity, you could put balsamic vinegar in different things with your dishes, and this would still make it. I serve this wine frequently with meals that when I have guests and I don't know really what the heck I'm doing in
Mm.
terms of pairing.
In terms of what they like,
Well,
maybe?
no, with really, is it gonna go or not with a dish?
Oh, okay.
Because Malaysia is a rule follower. She'll make recipes, and obviously, if I'm making it, I know what's in it, it's easier to pair. She will say, like, "This is what's in it," and then I eat it, and I'm like, "Well, I'm tasting, um, grapeseed oil." "Well, yeah, I had to sauté it in grapeseed oil," and I'm going, "Well, you didn't tell me that." So that changed.
Even that makes a
Well, it
difference.
could if you're really trying to get the perfect pairing,
Wow.
and again, we just like we learn more from our mistakes sometimes. I told you about Aldo Salm, who's been so open about, "Hey, um, I've learned more from the botched pairings than I have from the perfect pairings, and so don't be afraid of them." I actually met a sommelier 2 days ago. I was traveling, and we had a conversation about 2026 champagne, and, we were talking, and I talked about a terrible pairing I'd made recently, and he was telling me when he's teaching, he always on purpose puts what he knows will be a botched pair in there and asks them to find it and to
Wow.
explain why it doesn't work,
Oh,
and he says it's often a better tool for learning
yeah.
than it is when it's all lining up and working.
Interesting.
And so it is with life. That's a little bonus. Now, pro tip, and I know you want to ask me some questions, but pro tip. If you really want this to come out, not only let it rest and have some time, I would actually chill this down to about 55 degrees.
And take it out how
And
long before
I would
you
drink it at 55.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And if you have a wine cooler, that's easy. Your fridge is going to be colder, but if you have it in the fridge, I'd put it in there for a couple hours, bring it out for 30 minutes
Okay.
and drink it. A little
That
bit cooler would let even that wonderful acidity would shine forth even better.
so the flavor becomes more
Yep, everything becomes
robust.
clearer.
Okay.
The florals become better, the aromatics become better, the little citrus zest will become better if
Mm.
you just slightly chill this. You don't drink it cold, but just chill it a little bit.
Yeah.
I've had it sitting in my office for a couple of days, so
Well,
not
it's
exactly ideal conditions.
but it's good like this too.
It is, yeah. I was just giving you the pro.
Yeah. Ideally.
Yeah, it's the ideal thing.
As Father Charleston mentioned, our topic today is rest. We're going to talk about how people sometimes wear busyness as a badge of honor, the value in really resting, and what a weekly Sabbath can do for all of us. Do you observe a Sabbath day every week, Father Charleston?
Nosy. Um, do you observe it? I mean, I do in theory. I find it very hard to do because I'm trapped in the modern world just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But in theory, I do have a Sabbath day, and a Sabbath, if you want to get technical about it, is a 24-hour period
Hmm.
of rest that is really a fundamental law of the universe, if you want to call it that, because it's woven into every fabric of creation. And God Himself, it's good enough for God, it's good enough for you, as they say. And it's a 24-hour period of resting in the finished work of God, both not just you think of creation because I've mentioned that narrative, but what He said on the cross, it is finished.
Hmm.
So there's truth, and nobody likes to say this because we all want to be the bumper sticker, Jesus is coming, look busy. But there's nothing left for you to prove, Greer. God's done the lift. And we live on this side of Calvary and the empty tomb. And that's where we enter into holy rest in the Sabbath. But you're asking such personal, probing questions. I don't do it well. I took a sabbatical, which the Bible also actually talks about. There's no proof that was a law given to Israel, but there's no proof Israel ever took it. And by sabbatical, you hear the "s" in there, just like in Sabbath. Every 7 years, they were to actually take a year.
Wow.
That would be very hard for Western economics. I don't know how you stage that with 6 billion people on the planet and keep the show going on. The beat must go on, Sonny and Cher. But I don't know how you do that. But I took one in year 10, having never taken one, and frankly,
year 10 of being a priest.
Yep. It's true. Now I see people doing it every 5 years, which I get it. But it used to be every 7.
Okay.
I did 10 just because the way COVID and some transitions happened in the parish. And I found it was 3 months. I found the first month really tough. The second month, easier. The third month, I was like in the groove.
Yeah. The first month hard because it was hard to make that transition.
It was hard to stop.
Turn it off.
To turn it all off and slow down. Inertia. Kinetic energy, pure energy. That was a voiceover with Leonard Nimoy in that song in the 80s. He was great. Captain Spock, right? Live long, prosper. So what were you telling me? I'm rambling.
So you did essentially a longer Sabbath.
Yeah, I took a sabbatical. Oh, that was what I was going to say. And I made, before I was a priest, and really much of a believer other than just a couple times a year, I made fun of people who took sabbaticals. I'm like, loser, look at that person needing to rest. Why can't you, perform, man? That's not the way we were made. We're made to rest. Bodies are meant to rest. And by rest, I don't mean just take the nap. I mean rest in the finished work of God. He didn't need a nap. He actually rested to show us the pattern of what it's supposed to be, where you stop and enjoy God. Hallowed time, like the prayer, hallowed be thy name. And let me tell you, if you will not take a Sabbath, not only will you burn out eventually or flame out, but if you refuse to rest in the finished work of God, you are essentially saying to God that you are more important than he is. Ouch.
Yeah, ouch.
We are basically saying that the world will stop spinning if we stop performing or stop working. How insulting is that? That is like the worst self-aggrandizement I've ever heard. If you just step back and think about how ridiculous that must sound to God. Now, I'm getting kind of preachy in a bad way here, but he's got to do a big divine eye roll with that. Oh, here we go again. I've told you the story probably many times on this podcast when I went in and was so frustrated with something, and Bishop Salmon told me, who was really a father in the faith to me, and he looked at me, I said, well, it needs to work this way, and it's got to work this way, and this and that. And he said, Charleston, I don't know how in the world the church has made it 2,000 years without you working in it.
I love that.
And that was sort of the divine. I'm like, he is totally right. Just chill out, man. The Hustle, it was a song by Van McCoy in 1975. But it's kind of what we live and think we have to do it.
And does the Sabbath concept come from Genesis, from the God working for 6 days, resting on the seventh?
That's a good question. I don't want to get too theological. Yes, biblically it does come from Genesis because he did it himself and commanded it. And then it's the laws given to Israel to keep the Sabbath day and to keep it holy unto God. It is also the pattern in creation and the seasons. It is imprinted on that. It is imprinted on your body.
Meaning like winter.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there.
Oh no, what have I done?
You've unleashed a monster. It's imprinted on nature, in the seasons. It's imprinted in the rhythms of your very body. We're
Sleeping at night.
We're one of very few species, as you know, that sleeps totally with the resting.
What do you mean?
So like horses don't have to go into full rest or climb into, they sleep standing up.
Yeah.
They're doing more activity.
Yeah.
Like, so you're the pattern.
You don't sleep standing up?
I can't even sleep sitting up. My dad could sleep. Malaysia can sleep anywhere.
Yeah, that's a skill.
She has a touch. I think she has a little narcolepsy. And really she does. A doctor said she had a little touch of it. It's not like the movies where she drops out, but if she sits still for a little bit, she's out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like that. I've got to really climb into bed and get in the zone, which maybe points to the
You need those 800 thread count Egyptian
Yeah, I
cotton.
do. I do. It's really bad. Yep. And a silk eye shade and the whole works. And my CPAP. Very romantic.
There you go.
I feel like a fighter pilot. I don't care what I look like.
I'm sure you look like a fighter.
Thank you, Greer. I think a few episodes ago you gave me a hard time, so maybe you'll get your raise after all now.
Oh, good. I turned it around.
Yes, you saved yourself. Keep working hard. Now, the Sabbath at this point is a rebellion. I would say to you, dear listener, to join the resistance. And it's if you really want to say no to the world, the flesh, and the devil, which is that great prayer book triplet, take a Sabbath. Turn off your phone. Walk away from the inbox. Go out to dinner or have someone over and sit and talk. I was talking to a parishioner yesterday after a funeral, and he said, he's recently lost his wife. I love him. And he said, I've been living 13 years in the same house, and I've only spoken to my neighbors twice. I don't have my wife now. I'm lonely. He said, I went over there. They didn't know what had happened. I spent 6 hours and just old-fashioned sitting on the front porch talking. And he said, that was so restorative.
Yeah.
And I'm not an old, air quotes, old guy, geezer. I'm also not a baby anymore. But I do remember a time my granddad would come pick us up in Linden, Alabama, and we'd get in the back of his big Cadillac, big enough you could have a square dance in the back seat of that thing. And we'd float going down. We would just ride. You'd go out in the country, and you'd stop, and you'd go in and have conversation. If they were shelling peas, this may sound hopelessly Little House on the Prairie, but maybe it was. And you'd get up and shell peas with them, or if they were canning pear preserves, you did that for hours and just talked. That's very Sabbath-like.
Yeah.
Just step away from that inbox, step away from that phone. I love my iPhone on the one hand. On the other, we're already seeing the studies. It is the cigarette of the 21st century. They're going to look back at this and say, this literally was killing them.
Yeah.
And now it tells you the screen time. I'm not going to share that with you if a listener asks, because it is embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think part of it now is it's, the same device we use for work and personally.
That was an Auburn grad, brought to you by an Auburn grad, not Steve Jobs, but Tim
Cook.
Tim Cook's a graduate of Auburn, and that was one of his big things that he contributed at Apple, is making sure you need it for everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you look at the number, though, I think it's like, well,
part of it's stuff
factor in, you're doing your job as part of it.
And one of the weird things
that's how I'm justifying
your self-justification. you have to learn. For example, people who'd been on sabbaticals told me before I went, they said, there are things you're going to need a phone for, like if you go to the theater, if you book a restaurant,
QR code for tickets.
Yeah, you're going to need that stuff. So it was a good idea. You create a separate email that when you book anything, you have a separate email, so you're not even tempted to dive off into your inbox.
Endless pit of the.
But walk away. Walk on by, bum, 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 bum. Dionne Warwick and Dusty Springfield, I think, did that too. But you've got to listen, you and I have got to learn how to be human beings, not human doings all the time. God is not asking that of you. Now, some people are naturally more Mary than Martha. And some folks, honestly, it's like I think they live on a Sabbath. So you're like, come on, light a fire here. Yeah. Please get moving. You
see both ends.
But those are extremes.
Yeah.
And then they're extreme Marthas. But I think the end trend now is Martha. And I miss sort of that community that was built around and doing the things with my grandfather.
Well, I think it's hard. I mean, a lot of people don't even have front porches anymore.
No, they don't. And locked doors and don't come in or I'll shoot you.
Yeah, you drive in, you close your garage door, you go inside.
And go get on your cell phone.
Right. Yeah.
But can you I guess here's the ultimate question and then we'll move on. Do you think that you can be loved apart from your performance? If you can be loved apart from doing, Jesus invites you into a relationship that is founded on that principle.
Not based on how many things we're checking off on the to-do list.
Correct. Because he himself said, come unto me, all ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you a bigger to-do list. He didn't, right? He said, and you will find rest. Or the prayer book, I will refresh you.
Mm.
So want a refresher? Take a Sabbath. Take 2 and call me in the morning.
Dr. Charleston.
Dr. Chaz.
I have a couple of questions to one to clarify something you said earlier.
Okay.
You said a Sabbath is 24 hours.
Okay, I'm kind of getting pedantic. That's how the church has interpreted a Sabbath, is an intentional 24-hour period.
Okay. Not just 12.
No, yeah, it's a day. It's a
full day.
full cycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and to kind of build on that, does it have to be on Sunday?
No. Jesus himself said the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath.
So if there's
I don't
another
take.
day
So
that
for
works
example, I
better.
don't think the parish would take too keen if I took my Sabbath on Sunday.
Yeah, that might be frowned
I
upon.
don't think that's going to work real well. And if I need to go to the emergency room, I'd like to know that the doctor is there on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Sabbath is built for you. God gave it as a gift to you.
Yeah. Okay. Flexible schedule.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now here's another nosy question from me.
Mm-hmm.
What
Parts of the
do
course.
you-
Sorry, I didn't say anything. You do go on.
What do you like to do on your Sabbath when you have one?
Oh, I love to look at maps.
All right.
I do really.
We knew it was coming,
Yeah.
listeners, didn't we?
Map time. Get your yummy map time. I like to read and cook.
Uh-huh.
And
Read fiction, nonfiction?
all sorts and
Only maps?
everything. Yeah, only maps. Everything and in between reading and cooking. And I like to. This is not being cheesy, but I like to in the evening have friends and have wine and talk.
I thought wine might be in there
Yeah,
somewhere.
wine is a part of it for sure. I don't. I love to travel. I travel a good bit for work and try to travel as much as I can when I'm not. But it's interesting. I don't travel on my Sabbath. If I have to go somewhere for work early in the week, I will travel after church so that I'm at the destination
Oh,
and
interesting.
take that day of rest
Okay.
or at least a half day.
Yeah.
If I have work on Monday, which Monday is my Sabbath usually,
Yeah.
I want to be wherever I've got to be and at least have the morning with no cell phone.
Huh.
And a lot of times people reach out to me on Monday mornings.
Yes.
They're not going to get
I found that as well.
Yeah, that's
I
not.
think that might be a working in a church
I
thing.
think so. And actually, for some people, actually don't use Monday off because so many people are trying to get them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you could also, it's a life hack the other way too.
Yeah.
Because if you can't get back to them till about Friday, they might take a hint that there's no
Yeah.
use trying on Monday.
Right.
And they may get it solved by the time you
Right.
reach back out.
Yeah.
So you've got a better chance for it to work out.
That's true.
We can work it out. Yeah. Here's the deal, Greer. Let me just end with this. The world is going to tell you every single time that rest is for the weak. But I'm going to tell you that doesn't matter because the Word of God tells you that rest is for the holy, for those who are blessed, who are in relationship with God. But don't listen to the world. Let us be people who certainly know how to work hard, and you do. But let us know even more deeply how to rest well. Final answer.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding. Rest well in the what I would add, in the arms of the loving Savior.
There you go. And now it's time for a listener question. What is one small habit that has made your everyday life better?
I'll tell you something I've done for 18 years. Every day, I go in to my children's room. I'm the night owl, so usually everyone is asleep before I am. And I just say a little prayer of thanksgiving and blessing over them. I don't think I've ever told them that, but they don't listen to my podcast, so we're
That's going to
safe.
be my next question.
Yeah, they'll never hear it here. But I go in and I really make the sign of the cross over them,
Oh.
and then I give thanks to God for them.
Mm.
And you don't have to have children to do that. You don't have to mimic that. The point is, and you've heard my resolution this year, even though I don't like resolutions, but it really is a spiritual resolution to cultivate an attitude of gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been one. It's a small habit that has really made a huge impact. And if I'm not there, I just close my eyes because of the communion we share in the Holy Spirit, and I'm there.
Mhm.
That's boom, how that works.
That's nice. And if you have a question for Father Charleston, you can email it to us at podcast@redeemersarasota.org, and we might ask it on the next episode. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the wine?
I think you should buy one of those baked bries and have it with this for what
Yeah.
you don't have during the main course.
Yeah,
Have that for a dessert.
that would be good.
I know in this country we eat cheese typically before as a starter, but it's better really after.
After the meal.
Yeah, it's better after the meal.
After the meal, but before dessert?
In between there. Or skip
I don't want us to forget
or
about
forego the
dessert.
dessert. You don't want to forego dessert.
Forgo the dessert?
Yeah, if you're not going to forego the dessert, do the cheese before.
Jeez,
Do a little savory.
blasphemy.
Oh, when we first started dating, Lacey and I were dating, and I'd lived in France and came back. I had picked up the cheese for after main course habit, and I remember she told a friend, and the friend told me. I said, "Well, how do you think it's going?" And she said, "Well, she likes hanging out with you, but she says he's really weird. He eats cheese after dinner."
Well, I guess it wasn't a deal breaker.
No, I still eat cheese after dinner. I will eat it before, particularly if I'm over at someone's home, but I really prefer it after.
Yeah.
But try this with baked brie. They make a great baked brie down at Morton's.
That sounds good.
You can buy it ready to go and just pop it in the oven. Do an egg wash and just off you go.
And listeners, if you're not in Sarasota, Morton's is a great grocery store here in town. You'll have to come by and come to church at Redeemer #1, and then go get some baked brie from Morton's.
Amen. And drink it and have it with this.
Yes. Well, we heard from some listeners that they enjoyed the blind tasting that we did in episode 10. So we decided to make it somewhat of a regular occurrence on Water into Wine. So every 5 episodes, we're going to bring a surprise bottle of wine, have Father Charleston taste it, and tell us what he thinks. And guess what? This is episode 15, so today is the day. And I have a bottle of wine right here in a brown burlap sack.
I can't see a thing about this.
No labels are visible, and even the shape of the bottle is obscured. I've learned that since the first blind tasting we did. And this was given to us by a member of the Redeemer staff.
Okay.
So are you ready to try it?
Yes. Let's give it a go.
All right. Swirling, sniffing.
Oh my gosh, I have no clue what it is from the nose.
What can you tell from smelling?
Well, I'm trying to get the aromas. I've not tasted it yet, but I've got a little...
Berries?
I definitely have that, but I've got a touch, actually, of butterscotch.
Oh.
I've got baked cherries.
Bacon?
I don't get bacon. I don't get bacon. Maybe candied bacon.
Maybe that's wishful thinking on my part.
What was the dog food? Bacon!
Bacon!
I'm going to taste it, though.
Okay.
I would have never put that together.
The smell with the taste?
No, it does not.
It's caramely.
Yeah, that's maybe where I was getting some butterscotch.
Yes.
But I would have never picked the level of acidity that's in here.
This is high acidity.
High. This is a low tannin, or it could be high tannin because it's got enough acidity in it. But this is a very acidic red wine. I wouldn't dare to try to... In the world today, with so many nuances, and there's so many styles out there, I wouldn't have a clue what this is. But if I had to put this in a country, if you forced me to put it in the old world, and I don't think it's an old world wine, I would say it's an Italian wine, but I think it's probably a new world wine.
Do you want to get more
But
specific than
it's
that?
almost like Tempranillo. I feel like it drinks like a Tempranillo from Italy or Spain. I mean, Tempranillo is Spanish more. But that's kind of where I am. I like this.
I like it too.
Yeah, I like this. But I have no clue what I'm drinking. But the more I smell it, I think it. There's a huge disconnect, is what I'm saying, between the nose and the taste.
How does that happen?
That doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just how I'm experiencing the wine. Ask me tomorrow, it may be different for me. But it's a disconnect. The nose almost smells like an Australian Shiraz. But the palate is is coming off with more acidity than I think that would have. So
Okay.
I'm completely clueless. I'm at a loss of words, and for
Wow.
that we all say, "Thanks be to
Amen.
God."
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So what is it?
So, do you want to guess the type of wine it is?
I tried. I mean,
I mean, not the where it's from, but the
it's red wine.
yes. Good guess. All right.
You win.
Let's good job. I could guess that too.
Okay.
I'm
We're
gonna
both right.
reveal it.
All right.
Okay, the burlap sack is
Here
coming
comes
off.
the big reveal.
Coming off. Do you want to tell our listeners what we're drinking?
Okay. I don't know what it is. It says Wolf Mountain, Vineyards and Winery, Howling Wolf Red, dry red wine, 11 XI. That's nice. I'm the 11th rector.
And it's from Dahlonega, Georgia, in the
Oh,
United States.
so I was only right in the New World.
Yeah.
Okay, now here, the wine is a blend of Syrah and Cabernet Sauvignon. So I was getting classical smells of Cab.
hmm
I got that. But then the acidity I'm getting is the Syrah.
Okay.
So that's
yeah.
where that's coming from.
It's like you know what you're talking about.
Well, it's nice to know I haven't lost everything. But this is, you would never, if you put this is obscure wine.
Yeah.
You're
no,
not, this is not a,
This is not a failure on your part.
no. And I'm not trying to take up for myself, but this is from, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Dahlonega, Georgia.
I think it's Dahlonega.
Dahlonega,
Right.
Georgia,
Isn't that where they had
USA.
where
This
they
is,
found gold?
well, maybe, and that's why they have a winery. The family represents
You could
North
go-
Georgia wine, food experience. And they have a website. But yeah, so it says full-bodied, dry, expressing berry fruit flavors. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I said, but I put it in
Yeah.
another country, but I did ultimately say New World. So it
Yeah.
was, okay, yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I think I'll give you credit for it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Even though you didn't guess Wolf Mountain Vineyards and Winery. Howling
No.
Wolf Red.
No, I would have never. Yeah, I can't even pronounce the town name.
Yeah, I think you can go there now and pan for gold.
Oh, wow.
Like a
Well, we found the gold.
prospector's experience. But yeah, I think it's very nice.
It is.
So thank you.
Well,
to this-
thank you for sharing it, and thanks
Yeah.
to the donor.
Yeah, our wonderful staff member who provided this for our blind tasting today.
We thank her,
Yeah.
and we keep her anonymous and just use her initials, Susan Gomez. So we thank you for that.
No one will ever know
Yep.
who it is.
Nope.
Yeah, it's very nice. So what would you pair this with?
Oh, a rack of lamb.
Oh, okay.
A rack of lamb with potatoes dauphinoise, or, those are the layered potatoes with the cheese and the garlic, would be really nice.
Very specific.
Yeah, and this would be nice with a little rosemary on the lamb. And this actually has enough, because I like a little mint jelly, which does not work with Cabernet, but this has enough, the acidity in the Syrah, it would be fine with the mint sauce.
Hmm.
Yep, that's
Very
where I want a rack of lamb right now.
Very good.
Medium
All right,
rare.
let's get on that. Thanks so much for joining us for Water into Wine with Father Charleston Wilson. We're looking forward to sharing more grace, more music, and more wine with you again soon. If you liked what you heard, follow the show on your favorite podcast platform. And if there's someone in your life, maybe a friend or a colleague or a family member, who might like to hear this episode, please share it with them. Water into Wine is produced by Church of the Redeemer in Sarasota, Florida. Audio engineering by Reed Corley of the Corley Company. Join us for our services, in person or via our live stream. And learn more at redeemersarasota.org/podcast. That's redeemersarasota.org/podcast.